Which Genshin Impact character would survive the games in Alice in Borderland Season 1? With the release of Season 2, I thought it would be interesting to see if her favorite Genshin characters would survive the challenges in the show Alice in Borderland, similar to how I put them through the games in Squid Game. Before I begin, I have some rules for our 59 contestants. 1. All of them would have their visions disabled, meaning they can't manipulate the elements. 2. No weapons or pets allowed. 3. I'm banning some overpowered skills of characters: Mona's Foresight, Nahida Samsara, Zhongli's Shield, and Albedo's Chemia. And finally, 4. They actually have to go through the challenge, not just eliminate the person or thing in the way. Now, let's begin. Game 1, Dead or Alive, 3 of clubs. They have to select the right door to progress, and if you choose wrong, you get eliminated. This game requires spatial awareness, or the most important tool, manipulation. They most likely have to manipulate the other people they are with to go through the door instead of them. So being meek and being easily swayed by others would most likely get you eliminated. Ayato, Miko, Yelan, and Hazel would do great in the convincing aspect, while Razor, Kazuha, and Saryu have great spatial awareness. For the ones eliminated, Klee, for just being a child and easily believing whatever someone says, like her character teaser. Ito, for the same reason, though he might honestly be more easily manipulated. Sucrose, for being very shy and would most likely follow their order if someone were to scream at her. Layla, Kale, Barbara, Noelle, Xiangling, and Nilu also strikes me as someone that you wouldn't have a hard time convincing. Or perhaps they would sacrifice themselves so the others can live. Chi-Chi, because she is a zombie and would literally follow any orders given to her. And lastly, Bennett, because of his bad luck, making him want to lose, no matter the game. There are a bunch of characters that I marked that doesn't seem to be easily manipulated, but also doesn't seem that great in convincing either. Since this is just the first game, and I don't want everyone to be gone yet, I'll allow them to pass this challenge. 11 contestants eliminated, 48 now remain. The next game, Tag, 5 of Spades. The characters have to avoid the taggers in a building, and they also have to find the right room in the said building before the time runs out and the bomb explodes. The game requires speed, agility, and also a great strategy to win. Despite not being a team game, I also think having good team coordination and comms with the other players is very important in surviving here. Players like Kei-Ching, Amber, and Xiao could most likely outrun the taggers, while players like Kokomi, Ningguang, and Nahida wouldn't need to run as fast if they have the right strategy. For the ones eliminated, we have Dory. She doesn't seem to be very fast or strong, as she has her slime thing do her attacks for her, which wouldn't be there in the actual scenario. She's smart when it comes to business, but probably not the best in terms of strategy. Same for Faruzan, Yunjin, and Xin Yan, who doesn't seem exceptionally fast, nor good in strategies. Another reason for eliminating Faruzan and Dory is that they don't seem to be the best team players, and would likely argue with the other competitors. That's all I eliminated, as most vision holders are pretty fast, and are capable of coming up with good strategies. The next one, they might not be so lucky. The next game, Hide and Seek, 7 of Hearts. One person will be labeled as the wolf, while the others are sheep. The sheep can take the wolf's status by making eye contact with them. Only the wolf survives the game, while the others are eliminated. Basically for this one, I made it so the characters would be pitted against their close friends and family, and with only one survivor, this would be a game of emotion instead of skill. To survive, they have to be strong enough to let their close friends be eliminated, and be somewhat selfish in the process. Or, have one of the players guarantee they survive by forcing them to be the wolf, even if they don't want to. For the ones eliminated, Baido, so that Ningguang can survive and live. Saryu, Toma, and Ayaka, so the head of their clan can continue. Zhongli, as he already lived long, and for Xiao to survive. Xingzhou, so that Changyun can continue, as that is the chivalrous thing to do. And then Fischl, so that Mona survives. Then every other character that are selfless, and would most likely let others live, like Amber, Gunyu, Candace, Hu Tao, Jean, and Yoimiya. Then finally, Kazuha, as I don't want him to go through that same experience again, and also for Goro to not be eliminated. The others seem emotionally strong enough for that scenario, so that's why they're still here. Also note for Diona, I imagine if that game were to happen, her dad will force her to be the wolf, even if she disagrees, so that's why she isn't gone. 13 players eliminated, 32 now remain. The next game, Distance, 4 of clubs. The task is really simple, they just need to stay in the bus, as that is the goal, but the game tricks you into thinking the goal is far away, making the players run from it. To win this one, they need to not fall into the game's trickery by realizing the distance counter doesn't make sense. Being observant is important, as taking a few steps and carefully examining the bus is enough to realize where the true goal is. Players like Al-Haytham, Yelan, and Rosaria are examples. The game punishes those who are too hasty and think to just run faster and faster. Players eliminated are Shenhe, Child, Wanderer, Raiden, Razor, Deya, and Shao, who wouldn't think too much of it and would just keep running. They might realize at some point, but they would already be so far away and would be very tired by then. And then Diona, Chongyun, Goro, Sarah, and Shinobu would be eliminated as well, as I feel they wouldn't realize, or possibly think of it too late. They would also keep encouraging their group to give it their all, which would further lead to their downfall. And then for Chongyun, as he might get hot-blooded in this scenario, especially after what happened last game, making him not think straight. He would get hot-blooded and run with all of his might, and when he calms down, he's already way too late to come back. 13 players eliminated, 20 now remain. The next game, Light Bulb, 4 of diamonds. To beat this game, you need to know which switch turns on the light while water is rising. The game needs intellect and problem solving to win. The players eliminated are no one, as it would be a very easy task for them. Since in their world, they can manipulate the elements, they would surely know that when used, it has residual heat. So they just need to touch the light to see if it turned on, without ever having to see it. With all of them being vision holders, they will most likely know this fact, so I think all of them passed this one. Also, the remaining contestants are very smart and clever, so I think they would have solved it regardless. No players eliminated, 20 still remain. Finally, for the last game, Witch Hunt, 10 of hearts. The players need to find the witch who eliminated another contestant, but the twist is, no one alive from the building was the witch, as the player eliminated themselves, so they are themselves the witch. The game requires intellect, trust, and making sure you don't seem suspicious, as other players might think you're the witch and eliminate you. Based on that, the players eliminated are Eula, as her attitude might make some people think that she's the witch and eliminate her. Mona, as I think your chances of finding the truth are pretty low compared to the other players remaining. I'm not saying it's impossible, but just unlikely. Lastly, Vendi, as I think he would look extremely suspicious to the other players and eliminate him. I mean, who else would casually drink and sing when a game like this is happening? Though I do think he will know the truth, but no one wouldn't believe him, or he'll keep it a secret. Or why I think the others will pass: Ayato, Diluc, his brother, Sino, Ningguang, Rosaria, and Yelan, does some pretty shady things, and it likely involves knowing how to find fingerprints, which would give them the answer. Hazo and Yanfei likely know how to as well, because of their jobs. Al-Haytham and Lisa are extremely smart and clever, possibly 2 of the smartest people ever from the academia, so they'd likely find this game a piece of cake. Albedo studies life and matter, so I think he would know after analyzing. Miko, Kokomi, and Nahida are just very intellectual and wouldn't fall into the game's tricks. Tainari and Kei-Ching, I was very unsure about if they should pass, as they have very good intelligence and know some skills that could assist them, but I wasn't sure if it was great enough. I chose to pass them anyway, as I wanted more players. More on that later. In the end of Season 1, we have 17 players remaining. Albedo, Ayato, Diluc, his brother, Sino, Lisa, Ningguang, Rosaria, Tainari, Kokomi, Hazel, Nahida, Kei Ching, Alhaitham, Ye Miko, Yanfei, and Yelan. Now, all of the remaining contestants will battle it out in Season 2, which would be the next video. But wait, it's not just them. I know some of my eliminations are not the most accurate, and it's likely I missed something, but the character still has a chance. 3 of the eliminated characters would be back for Season 2, and it's decided by you. Comment down below on who you think should return, whether it be because of a wrong elimination, an interaction you want to see in Season 2, or just a character you like. The 3 most commented names will be back. Also, so that the remaining contestants will be a nice total of 20 players. So go comment down below, and subscribe, so you wouldn't miss the next video, Alice in Borderland, Season 2, which is a continuation of this one. Thank you all so much for watching, subscribe, and like, if you ended up enjoying this video, as I put a lot of effort into it. I'm finally back after a long break, and I hope for more consistent uploads soon. Bye.